Rosa's testified to that, and other women in a hearing testified to that. That in fact, it was filthy, a mess.
Yeah. I am impressed with how docile this baby is. This is obviously a very peaceful baby and is obviously very, very well cared for. Yolanda Irizarry is our translator. Ms. Irizarry, let me ask Ms. Rodriguez. She certainly, lots of women will wonder how she could not have known that her pregnancy was not farther along. How, if she was 8 months pregnant, could she think she was 3 months pregnant?
Muchas mujeres se preguntan que cómo es posible que si tenía 8 meses no lo sabía y que creía que tenía nada más 3 meses.
A mí nunca me faltó la menstruación y mi estómago nunca creció demasiado.
Okay, she kept getting her menstruation each month, and her stomach wasn't growing, so she didn't think that she was more than 3 months pregnant.
Mm-hmm. Mr. Lichtman, you're an attorney at law and not a physician. And I'm sure this question has been raised to you before, and I'd like to raise it with you now. Not a few hospital health experts or professionals will wonder how it is this baby did not bleed to death. If this arm was severed or torn away during a botched abortion procedure, it would have had to necessarily sever a very, very large artery, causing death by loss of blood. How is it that this didn't happen?
Well, I think we can get a medical opinion on it, but what has been explained to me essentially is that in utero, the baby's blood pressure is very low. And although you would expect some bleeding, which the baby did do, in fact, when it was born, you could see it bled, but at that low blood pressure and protected within the placenta, you're not going to have a perfusion of blood as you would if the baby were exposed. Moreover, the old injury that it was, by the time the baby was alive, the abortion was almost 12 hours prior, so that the baby's natural resistance and the baby's natural ability to heal itself was underway. Mm-hmm. When the baby was delivered, the physicians at the hospital were amazed that the baby didn't have that profusion. In fact, there was a rush to investigate it because they wanted to clear themselves of having caused it themselves.
Right. Protecting this beautiful baby's privacy, I don't want her coming after me at some later date for invading it. Is the scar jagged? Is it a straight line? What is the nature of the a separation at the shoulder?
Essentially flat but mangled. It's not a pretty sight. The baby has what you would expect, a very severe wound.
Mm-hmm. And this physician has no malpractice insurance.
That's correct.
I should also say that he has filed for Chapter 11, Chapter 7, and every other chapter.
Bankruptcy long before Rosa Rodriguez's case. That's part of the issues involved here. I know that everyone has abortion on their mind, but from my point of view, this is really a medical malpractice issue. This doctor was practicing medicine with a license in the state of New York, performing abortions, and the investigation underway by the district attorney's office in the state of New York has already disclosed 20 other complaints regarding this man, all of which date back to 1988, one of which caused the death of a 17-year-old woman. None of those cases, except for one, was ever reported to the Department of Health. So the issue from my point of view is, number one, malpractice, and number two, why aren't doctors who are cleaning up these abortions reporting fellow physicians?
Right.
So you have a lot working here.
Yes. Ms. Irizarry, would you kindly ask Ms. Rodriguez, we should say that Ms. Rodriguez has a 2-year-old child, very healthy, so? See. Obviously, she felt that she could not financially accommodate this new baby.
No sentía que estaba preparada para tener otro niño.
Era demasiado pronto y yo no tenía una posición económica buena para sostener a 2 babies.
Okay,
Speak up a bit.
It was